Dear Discord members, it's that time of the week or day to take a look at the shit show we are about to enter next week. Alright, so first of all, here is SIVB, Talk of the Town. Man, that would have been an, life changing short if I've ever seen one. So obviously, the problem here is that this bank in particular had a lot, and I mean a lot, of long term bonds with low returns. And because of the Fed rate hikes, no one did a single thing. And now the bank is royally screwed and has been shut down, and a lot of money in there. I mean, I think I read it's the 16th largest bank in the United States. Now, do you think that this is the only bank that has a bunch of long-term bonds with low returns? I don't think so, because clearly all of this bank setup was done, when we had zero rates. So that's kind of foolish because everybody knew that this was coming, right? But anyways, here is SPX, and as you can see, SPX daily closed underneath. SPY very close to it, right? But here's the thing I want to talk about. Okay, guys, those of you who have been with me for a long time knows that this green line here on the 10-year yield at 3.885 is everything. Every time we've gone over it, we've cratered, and when we go close to it or underneath it, we rally. Well, look at that. And I've been saying for a while, they have to squash the 10-year yield or everything goes to crap. And obviously, this is a direct result tied in with these banks right now. They need this down or the system fails. The mechanism is when this goes down, the stock market flies. Okay, so a few things I want to point out on SPY. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. Okay, and this is, by the way, this, see here, I mean, it kind of gives the same levels as smart money concepts, but I think it's a free indicator. You can go into your indicators and you go into community scripts and press top, and it's this swing high low support and resistance. All right, for any of you who do not want to subscribe to Zayerman. So what's going to happen? We have CPI, right, next week. Huge. A few things I want to point out is we are oversold like, Coca-Cola at a baseball game on a hot day. You can also see the wave trend has changed color. Does that mean anything? Yeah, we are and also, look at the TTM squeeze, and this is on the hourly, right? So I think we played it pretty well. And if you look here on the 1 hour MACD, once that crosses, we are off to the races. So with the Fed's emergency meeting on Monday, clearly it has to do with these rates and the banks and the whole situation. Bank of Japan and Bank of Canada held their rates the same, meaning they did not hike 0.25. I think the consensus right now is that the Fed has to hike more. People think that by the Fed hiking more, that's somehow going to save anything. No, if the Fed hikes right now, 100% we have a banking crisis. So the question then becomes, is this the time when they melt down the system to bring in the new system that's already in place, right? The system that they have denied that they're even looking into, and in front of the House, Powell admitted that they are in fact looking at CBDCs. All right, so 10-year yield, watch this. Now, let me zoom out a little bit. Okay. If this good old bottom of the wedge we were in, if that line comes, expect massive drop down to here. Okay, this alone will boost all the banks that are near death from, because they'll get an influx of money right when that falls down. So that's a play here. I mean, this is dramatic, very dramatic. Okay, Dixie. If that's not a bear flag, then what is that? I mean, that's clearly a bear flag. So then on the 1 hour, if we can get this 50 under the 200 on the 1 hour, then we have a death cross on the 1 hour, and this then is going to absolutely crater. Where is it gonna go to? It's gonna go to 103.2. So what does this mean? Well, here's another thing you can look at. See the giant sell-off here? This can continue on the dollar, especially if it goes, it's gonna go hard. So this would obviously result in a giant rally that no one is expecting right now. But that's why you have your CPI catalyst. I'm not 100% sure, nor am I going to say that CPI is going to, fly up, but there's a good chance. Why? Remember my lettuce comment, that lettuce and vegetables have dropped 33% in price? That's huge. So when they cook that into the numbers, you can have an insane rally, and then PPI on that. So here, daily chart. Let me draw this out to you. This is just a possibility, okay? But look at this. Okay, that is of course your inverted head and shoulders IHS. Okay, if we really want to get going here because of a short squeeze, and we go and tap that gap again, if this happens, I am going to go all in on long puts, because then that's gonna happen. Okay, if CPI is hot like a baboon's, you know what, price target literally is down here. Then we are gonna go, and we could obviously stop here at December lows. Let me not get too dramatic, but then it would look more like this back test to down here. So it's either one of those scenarios, in my opinion. We'll know way more on Tuesday. Obviously, we're gonna straddle this play, but we're also gonna leave plenty of firepower for the counter reaction. Okay, this is gonna be a extreme week where a cup and a helmet, communicate in the chat, whatever. Let me quickly also look at BTC. It's now at 2400. Just looking at this, look, it's holding over the 200 MA. It actually tested it. It's gonna have an insane rally unless it drops under here. If it holds this, it's huge. Why do I say that? Well, if it gets a counter move to this sell-off here, it's gonna be volatile. Otherwise, it's going down to 17 again. Oil, there's your oil coil. It's gonna stay in there. I don't think they're gonna mess too much with oil right now because of CPI and this banking issue. Anyway, hope this helps. Oh yeah, let's not forget about the giant cucumber in the room. All right, see, ding, and as I said, VIX expiration same day as FOMC, gonna be absolutely balls to the walls, epic, and the train is gonna fly off the tracks, hopefully in a good way. But yeah, as you see, it hit exactly. That's why I love smart money concepts. It hit exactly the max and then did a giant retrace. Okay, so it's double testing the or retesting the 9MA there. Guys, it's gonna be crazy this week. Let's do a Bill O'Reilly. Let's do it live. The situation is gonna change. The biggest thing to keep an eye on, all of us, so we don't miss it as a group, is this fucker is halted. Okay? Once they unhalt this, it's either gonna be saved and literally do this, have a V-shaped recovery, or go to zero. So it's either or. It might be a good idea to mess with that and take something up here or down here, because it can pay tremendously. Obviously, the contracts are going to be completely, looking like Gary Busey, but and I mean that with a compliment, I guess. Whatever. So yeah, it's gonna be a crazy week, and for all of the new traders, check out the Moon School so that you can be on top of things as far as what we speak about. Cool. Have a good one.